Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Last time we left off, we were hanging out over here, and I guess we are going to beat up these Worgen really quickly. But yeah, we were walking to our next destination. I actually thought these were the antelope things, but no, these were Worgen, apparently. Hello. Just go ahead and hit them both with one of those, and they're down. Yeah, so I remember I was working on all of the enemies over here, but there's quite a bit here in Clairview. We also took care of a few more side quests last time, and I think there's still, yeah, there's still one I gotta do, right? If I check out the world map here. Yeah, one over here. Well, we'll get to that today, probably. But first, let's go take care of these things. Hello. Whoops. It is weird. It is weird that you can beat up on these things, but they don't really give you any XP. So it's like, and they do give you items too. Well, they don't. Well, they do give you XP. They just don't aggro on you. It's just funny because it seems like, yeah, you would want to beat them up, but God, it feels bad because they don't even want to fight you. They're just kind of vibing. These poor antelope. But they are prey animals, and I guess I'm the predator. I have not fought these, right? I don't remember fighting these last time. I don't remember ever fighting, like, blue little, crab things. Of course, these things are more like scorpion and crab, because of that tail. Of course, the tail's probably not, venomous. Hello. But it's an interesting look, for sure. Carlabos. New enemies approach. What? That has not happened much. Boom. Big bang. I'll just finish you off with one of those. Those attacks do so much damage. I am about to level up, though. That's kind of cool. They just dropped sharp fangs. Kind of boring, but, whatever. So that's the area we've actually been to before. More of you, huh? There we are.
It's over.
I do love that one where I kind of juggle it up in the air and smack it around. That's a cool one. There's my level. Beautiful. Okay, and what about these weird birdies over here? After I check up here really quickly. Make sure there's nothing at, like, the gate. Must be really, really spooky to travel in this world, considering so many creatures that just pop up out of nowhere. Of course, that's most RPGs. It's like, oh, I want to take a walk outside of town to go collect some herbs. Oh no, I've been attacked by some kind of giant creature. Like, you know, slimes in,
Soldiers used to sneak to the river. And that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
mm-hmm. Got a little bit, because we got really close to the objective there, we got a little bit of dialogue. But yeah, like, it's easy, like, in RPGs, like, you know, a giant rat, or a goblin, or, a slime are, like, weak enemies. But that would be kind of horrifying as just a regular person. To get attacked by, like, you know, goblins and all of that stuff. Like, oh my god. Kinda spooky. Alright, so let's go over here and see what we got. I believe I've cleared off everything over here. So we should be good. Hello. How are we doing? Northreach obelisk activated.
Have you no other bearers? Those two look rather used.
Used? Yes, but spent hardly. They've both at least a good year left in them.
Ugh. You're doing the Patches squat. Patches the hyena. Look at you. How are you doing?
Oh, however do they get that color?
Of course, Patches was not the first one to do that, but that's who I always think of.
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Clive's like, what is sex? What is S&M? I don't understand. Well, she is trying way too hard. It feels.
Each one is handcrafted.
Trying much too hard. Alright. Hello. So we got a shop here.
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray branded.
Maybe I'll sell to my sword. Oh, I can't pull it out here. Damn it.
Do you see anything you like?
Briar clam shells though, but I already have 48 of those. For the Storm Orchestrion roll, a scroll, and a Lionheart tonic, which I already have one of. How about before we speak with Isabel, I go over there and take care of that other side quest I wanted to do, yeah? Now that we've got another mark, or another waypoint and everything. Obelisk waypoint. What game did I play where the teleport points were called waypoints? I mean, it's a pretty common term for something like that, but... Alright. Hello. How do you do?
It's done for.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine.
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords around. I think they're gonna kill someone. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back. I should have stayed, but... Oh, please help them.
Got it. I'll shove a fireball up their ass.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door too fast to count. They looked a nasty bunch, though. Be careful in there, all right?
Okay, this seems like a pretty fast one. Lego. Slay the bandits in the golden stables. Hello.
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it?
I'd like to see you try.
Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
Well, that was a short fight. How we doing, friends?
You know what to do, boy. It's over.
Good job, idiots. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to fight a bearer. Huh? I can sling magic. I don't see you two slinging any magic.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is! The hero of the Golden Stables!
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
Oh no.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
There we go. While the cat's away. And I got some steel silk. I like how they said, "Yo, we're lucky you're around." I when this quest actually popped up, I actually did it last, Martha.
The man of the hour.
Ah, the Blood Axes like me now.
You're the one who saw off the bandits, aren't you? Martha was singing your praises. Takes a brave man to march into danger out of the goodness of his heart. You have my respect.
A Rosarian salute.
Oh, what is it they say? Old habits die hard. I trust you won't be reporting me to the Viceroy. If we'd had a few more like you about, perhaps the Rosfields might still... Listen to me rambling on. Thank you again, and, take care of yourself.
Okay. That was an interesting interaction for, like, a character that just popped up after a side quest, basically. Oh, cool. Alright. So, let's go ahead and get back to Northreach. And go see what our Lady the Dame is going to do. How's it? You're gonna get into an S&M relationship here, Clive. You've already been in a S&M relationship before, unfortunately, because of the whole bearer thing. But this one's a little bit more fun, a teensy bit. The other one's kind of horrible, but at least you get some fun out of this one if that's your thing.
Saw it last time I was through the wall, jutting up from the waves like the mane of some giant beast. I heard tell it's the work of an icon.
Might be Shiva. I heard the Ironblood lost her on their campaign in the Republic.
Alright, let's go. Hello.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Now get out of my sight, filth.
Rude.
That wasn't so bad.
I thought she was gonna straight up act like we were doing a thing. But no, she was just acting like I was her actual military or not physical but her actual, you know, military escort. You know, I'm a bodyguard. I thought it was going to be a different kind of escorting situation.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
I thought I was going to be a boy toy.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Clive definitely strikes me as one of those characters, much like Kiryu and just a lot of main characters in a lot of games.
That's the day done then.
I don't know if Clive knows what sex is. Clive's the broody stoic type that probably don't even understand when someone's flirting with them. It's like, oh, you have a sword, hasn't been unsheathed in a while, friend. And it's like, oh my god, okay. It's like, oh yeah, your sword hadn't been unsheathed in a while, and Clive's like, I actually just unsheathed it outside. I beat up some monsters with it, actually. Oblivious to a fault, it feels. Alright. Let's go over here and see what this is. There's an item. I feel the need to explore just a wee bit. Okay. Alright, yeah. This place really opens up. Let's get back in here, though. This place is smaller. Can't believe you called that bear... You the shit-a-bed bearer. Mean to the bearers they are. Oh, that's interesting. You're airing out the laundry by actually... producing wind at it. I mean... I feel like he just let nature do its job on that front, but... I guess if they want it dried faster... Seems like a bit of a waste, though. You just left it out here for a little bit, you know, nature to do its job, but okay. When the people in charge want their stuff done, they're gonna get it done. Alright, let's just go up here. So... The Iron Flagon. Hello? And that's where we came in, so... Can I go in here? Can I go into the Iron Flagon? Doesn't seem like it. I'll work my way over there, but... I just want to see what's going on over here. Puppy. First and foremost. There's a puppy over here. Ah, treasure. See, now this is what I was looking for. Give. Black blood, chunks of werite, bloody hides. I feel like I'm getting, like, overstocked almost on a lot of those crafting materials, especially the bloody hides. Probably because I'm killing, like, the antelope and stuff as well.
That the legions are ready into march again.
Men and their swords. They won't be satisfied until they've stuck them in every last soul in the realm.
Yeah, that's about right. unfortunately. Usually because of the people in charge, though, sending off poor young people to die for their own whims.
Veritable midden, teeming with vermin.
Ugh, you need not remind me. Their incessant chittering is ringing in my ears even now.
Yeah, like your incessant chittering is ringing in my ears right now. Let's see here, so... Let's go... here. That's a lot of... Those are crystals, right? No, those are... Are those crystals? Yeah, no, they're crystals. For a second, I was having a hard time looking at them. I thought they were like frozen fish in boxes, but no, those are definitely crystals. Okay, and then that's where we were earlier. Cool. So that's all of that stuff. I've almost done a full explore of the town. There's this little alley here I haven't been down.
Think I might see you tonight?
That depends on how much you want to see.
Oh, lewd. Lewd. Yep, and here we are. We're near the red light district. Yep, of course the garrison's your best customers.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
And I suppose I'll need to get my coin purse.
Yeah, you sure will, friend.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, guessing we're going to be using that to get in and out of here. Is this the part of the game where, I dress Clive up in a dress and throw some makeup on him, a la Final Fantasy VII Remake, to pass off, as a lady? Think they're gonna bring that back? Sneak into Don Corneo's place? We can cross-dress Clive, I'm down.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
Seal, except the moon and the stars. God, I got a lot. I'm getting a whole collection of these.
Of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Alright. We'll prioritize this for now. Okay, so now's when I gotta go... Now's when I gotta go get the dress and the wig and everything. Of course, I think in Final Fantasy VII Remake you didn't have to get a wig. They just did up Cloud's hair. We can do up your hair too, Clive. It'll be great.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. No, you are always welcome here at the Vale.
Well, having a brothel on our side is pretty good, because that's a pretty good information collecting place. A lot of the time when I've experienced brothels in a lot of media, they're often used for information gathering, because when someone's horny and drunk, yeah, their tongues loosen a little bit, let's say. They loosen up quite a bit. Oh, it's, this means that if I do that, I'm gonna be locked in, right? I think that's what that means, that little logo beside it. So let's take care of these side quests.
The Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of us.
It's not that. The garrisons are being called back to the capital. We're to join the legions.
Alright, well we got a few side quests here, so let's take care of these.
You there? The gentleman with the sword?
Yeah, hi.
I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dames? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients.
Ah, yes, we're
There are
smuggling
3 in
drugs.
total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're smuggling drugs. Alright. 3 heavy purses. Or like blood money.
The markets are a veritable...
Yeah. We're smuggling something. Alright, well let's go get back out here, I guess, and hand off our drugs.
That's the day done then.
Hello. How are we doing? Just carrying drugs. Got my Final Fantasy cocaine here. Alright. Hello.
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
I got your drugs, you ass.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Every jounce and jostle of this unexceptionally leather sack is accompanied by an eerily melodic tinkling that is likely best ignored.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
Alright. Brandy wine is what I got. I see, so I wasn't delivering drugs, I was carrying the money to buy wine. Just some special... wine.
I have no business with branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Did you realize, like, my armor and sword probably cost more than anything you own, right? Who are you to talk down to me?
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false...
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Apparently they don't care about the moon and stars over here.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Okay, one was wine. This is quote-unquote cigars. Alright. What do you have? Are you gonna be nicer to me than that ass?
Here for your kind, Branded. Go on now. Shoot.
Nope, you sure aren't.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make them less so. For a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. I meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes.
Okay.
The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
There is indeed only one way. Alright, Etienne. I went and did your fetch quests. Here's your stuff.
Well then, I suppose you'll need
Yeah. You're still talking about needing something to remember him by. For him to remember you by.
You have returned.
I believe these are yours.
It's interesting that it makes me confirm to turn them in.
Pleased. You don't say. And would you be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Yeah, I was thinking it was crystals when it said tingling, because I was like, well, this can't be just as simple as, like, money. So, yeah, it makes sense that you're dealing in crystals, since it is very hard to get them now. They mentioned that, the Empire does not give them out as readily as they did before. So, makes sense there would be a crystal smuggling business. Alright, well, we're getting very, very, well acquainted with the, underworld over here. This lens flare was just chilling in that cutscene that I was in earlier.
Sergeant's got it in for us two. As if either of us needs to brush up on our swordcraft.
He wouldn't doubt our swordcraft if he'd seen us down the Vale last night.
Oh yeah, I bet you waggled that sword real good. Also, you use a hammer, idiot.
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the Dame's being properly looked after.
Okay, fine. I can kick some ass.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
Pride comes before a fall. I mean, I'm ready now if you're good, friend.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
I mean, you idiots can't even fire off magic. Come on. How you expect to win this? Am I fighting you both at once, or?
When you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
Oh, you're gonna pound me. I thought we were fighting, friend.
All the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
Uh-huh.
It's over. All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other.
You're not even getting up, friend. Like you're just living on the ground right now. Yeah, now you're yielding.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Sure.
How'd a bearer win the day's favour anyway?
I know he went to hold my tongue for a start.
Okay, you're gonna live on the ground too.
Potential. I'll give you that.
Oh my god. You got potential and it just murder you. Oh my god. You poor idiots.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The Dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the Sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the Dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the Dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh? Hmm?
You, in fact, did not. You did not get a few good hits in, actually. Damn, I robbed you too. Cool. Yeah.
Sergeant may be a surly bastard, but he had our number, all right. Extra drills it is then.
Yeah, that's right. You need some brushing up on those techniques,
the
friends.
fell favourably to the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man's coin.
Ah, playing some bones, eh? And looks like you had a good time. And now you're gonna go have another good time.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
No.
What?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed. Not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the Dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Alright. More food delivery. Clive, you're basically just a DoorDasher.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
You're just a DoorDasher.
It's not been half a moon since Bellamy's tour. They need to have us march again.
That's what we signed up for.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, let me hand it into you. Oh, apparently I was already close to 1.
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Damn. when you play as a healer in like an MMO or some kind of multiplayer game, that's exactly how you're treated by the DPS characters, who usually just fuck up and get hurt themselves anyway. They're the ones that screw it up.
I have something for you.
Bento. Here you go.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Oh. The curse has already taken, her arm and leg. You can see here, I didn't notice that before. Woof. Well, at least I can make sure you have some food, friend. Okay, that one's still busy. Let's go over here and take care of this. Oh yeah, you're the one doing the laundry.
You look like you need a rest.
Curse is also getting to you.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Yay. We're doing good stuff. Wholesome door dashing. Okay, things are still happening here.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Don't get injured next time, asshole. Get good.
Yeah. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Oof. You're in an extra bad spot.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, we'd better head to the Vale.
Bastard! Accident my arse!
Damn. Alright, well, let's get over here and go ahead and turn this in. We just gotta turn it into the Vale, and now all of these side quests over here are done. Hello.
Tatienne is very special to me. All of my girls are. I need to know what happened to her.
Alright. Just thought I would talk to you since you're right there. Waiter's just reminding me about my, my main quest here. Alrighty, hello.
Alright. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, to that matter. It's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
Clive's like, uh-oh, someone's flirting with me. I do not know how to react. Must evacuate, must evacuate. Yeah, it is nice when you find some people that restore your faith in humanity, isn't it? Alright, so, with that, I think I want to get back to the hideaway, and we can read a little bit at the end of this episode, so that's all I'm going to be doing for the rest of this episode, so if you don't care about tomes, then I'll see you next time, but I'm going to go do some reading up on lore, because it's fun. Alright, tomes. I also have a lot of information to turn into you. Here you go. It's been a minute since I've been over here, so...
Here's a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Ooh, new entries. The Continental Accord and the Founder. An international pact made at the dawn of the present era, in which such matters as the treatment of bears and the establishment of a realm-wide currency were laid out. It formed the basis of much of Alistaean society as it stands today, including the branding of bearers and their status as non-persons. It also put into place a universal calendar, marking a symbolic fresh start for mankind, albeit one which put magic users at a crippling disadvantage. Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, well, what a fresh start for humanity, one where we're enslaving our own people. Oh yeah, wow, woo! Fear and uncertainty reigned in those early years following the sins of Zemeckis? Zemeckis? I'm guessing that's Zemeckis. Zemeckis. Not wanting to further incur the wrath of the heavens, the few who survived the fall took to wandering the land, spurning magic and staying to the shadows, and so they lived for decades. One man, however, grew tired of this life, if it could be called that, and after bidding his companions farewell, climbed a grassy knoll overlooking a forest of beech and alder. Here he gathered a pile of rubble and used it to build a humble shelter in which he spent the night. Next morning, however, instead of abandoning his work, as was his people's wont, he gathered more rocks, adding to the structure until the shelter had become a shack. This he continued for days, weeks, until the shack had become a home. At first, those few wanderers who passed the knoll would shun him, cursing the man under their breaths for his hubris. But as his estate grew and one building became 2 and 3, the people began to slow their steps, and it was not long before some took to joining him on that knoll, gathering stones, building new lives, new destinies. This they did without magics or machines, without boon or blessing. They relied on naught but their own hands, their backs, their wills, and each other. And slowly house gave way to village, village to town, and town to nation. The man would one day die, as all men do, but those who remained continued his legacy, expanded upon it. And though his name was eventually forgotten, his spirit lives on to this day in the hearts of all Rosarians. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So there was somebody that was just like, he just went to a grassy knoll and started making a house, and it slowly became a town. And that's how Rosaria was founded.
You wish to study the tomes?
Interesting. So, sure, Isabel. Proprietress of the Vale, Northreach's foremost house of ill repute and one of Sid's trusted collaborators, Isabel is much admired by the populace for her elegance and refinement, the qualities that have earned her the title the Dame. The Dame. A town which doubles as a defensive gateway to Sanbreque's holy capital of Oriflamme, was originally a purely military outpost, a towering bastion constructed to prevent land-based assaults on the capital from the southwest. To this day, a heavily guarded checkpoint ensures that none can pass through the wall without prior authorization, and as such, the need to linger here prior to entering has led to the rise of a thriving market and various other commercial enterprises on the wall's southern side. The garrison, however, along with the inns and brothels most of the soldiers frequent, as well as the residences of the nobles who make Northreach their home, remained on the northern side. Those who do not call the hideaway their home, but nevertheless lend their strength to Sid's cause. There are many in the twins who balk at the persecution of bearers, but cannot find within them the courage to oppose it, knowing what fate awaits them should their sympathies be exposed. Others take that risk, aiding Sid's bearer liberation efforts with information sent by Stolas, monetary assistance, or direct action. So yeah, that's what that is, and that's because I saw that word and I was like, Alliance? That must be a word I'm not familiar with, because this is also the thing, Alliant Records, where we get, where it helps us find our side quests, basically. Mother Crystal, situated on the Sea of Grace in northern Sanbreque, Drake's Head towers over the holy capital of Oriflamme. Its mighty form, a testament to the power and permanence of the Empire. However, mysterious ether floods and the specter of the ever-encroaching blight have led some in power to call that permanence into question. Though the people of Valisthea rely on the crystal mine from these mountains in their everyday lives and flock to the ether-rich lands around them in pursuit of their blessing, Sid posits that it is in fact the Mother Crystals and their ability to draw ether from the earth that is the reason for the Deadlands' advance. Few who learn the truth are hunted down by those in positions of power, those whose power rests on the control of this crucial resource. Yep. Yeah, they don't like that people are finding out, oh yeah, we're using so much of this, but we don't care, because we're going to be dead by the time it's a big problem. So we'll just leave that to the people in the future. Imperial Bearer turned deserter. Dominated Vifrit, anxious to atone for his crimes. It calls to freeze all of Valisthea, not only between this bear and master, but there's between man and Mother Crystal. So yeah, that's just like a reminding us of what's going on there. Leader of the Hideaway. Shocking truth that the Mother Crystals were the cause of the all-consuming blight. He makes plans to see the Mother's fall, that Valisthea and her people might be saved. Kupka's awakening as the dominant of the Icon Titan thrust him to the forefront of Dhalmekian politics, winning him influence. His greatest treasure, however, was always Benedicta, so when a servant of Waloed informed him that his love had been slain by Sid, his fury toward the outlaw and his allies knew no bounds. Theon, firstborn son and loyal subject of Emperor Sylvester, ruler of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, as well as leader of the Empire's most elite fighting force. Also dominated Bahamut, Warden of Light. Most recently, in the year 873, when Odin took to the field against him in the Battle of Belenus Tor. I've read that before, though, right? Good. Otto's loyal lackey, tasked not only with keeping the ledgers, but with reading and sorting the myriad reports that enter the hideaway, and arranging assistance for those in need. Born a bear, Gut was kept as a slave to an Oriflamme tavern, whose keeper would beat him bloody. After being thrown out into the streets as punishment for a minor mistake, it was his fortune to be found by Otto, who took him back to the hideaway. Anna? Yeah. At last, her time was to be cut short at the hands of the villainous servants of Empress Annabella. High Cardinal, the first and foremost of the 5 cardinals who make up the Council of Elders, second only to the Holy Emperor and the Imperial Government. It is his role to lead the council in governing Sambrick in the Emperor's stead, and providing the latter does not overrule his decisions, his authority is absolute. Alright, and that's all the updates on people. How about we go over here to the bestiary? Odin. Warden of Darkness, who rides into battle atop his spectral steed, and whose black blade is said to be sharp enough to split the very seas in twain. His latest dominant, King Barnabas of Waloed. Tirada, an ethereal conjuration summoned forth by Benedicta when Clive encountered the dominant of Wind, their Lost Wing. Despite their size, the creature's heavily feathered wings did not seem to hamper its movement, which was disconcertingly nimble. More so than speed, though, it was Tirada's array of powerful magics that set it apart from lesser foes. An ethereal creation. When summoned in Kaer Norvent alongside her twin Tirada, the pair worked together in tandem to attempt to overwhelm Sid and Clive, wielding a panoply, that's not a word I'm familiar with, of potent magics and deadly aerial assaults, but I'm guessing it's just, you know, like an arsenal, wielding an arsenal, a lot, basically. Common spears of beastmen. While at first glance they may seem like mindless predators, goblins have their own unique language, and are skilled enough to both cast magics and make rudimentary tools and weapons. While mostly found on the continent of Storm, spread of the Blight has forced them to find homes nearby human settlements, a move that often ends in misunderstanding and bloodshed. As they are oft witnessed in the presence of goblins, many believe these lumbering brutes to be goblins themselves, albeit ones that have grown to prodigious size. Scholars, however, deny these claims and insist the two tribes are independent in their relationship, a symbiotic one, with the Gigas providing protection to the slighter goblins, who in turn provide the craftless giants with sundry arms and vestures, such as the charnel carcanets created from the bones of their victims. The spread of the Blight has seen both tribes impinge on human territory with increased frequency, and recent spottings having put them as close to civilization as Three Reeds and Rosaria. A warlike yet surprisingly organized species of beastmen native to Ash, they have long been in conflict with the Baluders over control of the continent, and currently count the bulk of its eastern half as their own. However, the encroaching Blight continues to eat into the amount of livable land, making the fight for more territory ever more vital. So we haven't actually seen orcs yet, so I don't have a picture of them, but we know of them. Towering beastmen that combine the heads of oxen with bodies eerily human. Minotaurs are abnormally aggressive, a trait that suggests that little man remains within the beast, and roam the grassy meadows of Rosaria, doling out violence seemingly indiscriminately with their crude yet massive clubs. Despite the obvious danger, however, hunters still actively seek out these menaces for their lustrous manes, which often command exorbitant prices at market. Alright, we'll end things off there for reading with Holmes today.
Shall ever be open.
But yeah, alright, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.